Good morning, traders. Welcome to Beyond Profile. Today is Friday, February 25th, 2011. And nice move yesterday late in the day. We had nice buying came in right during lunch, and we were able to catch part of that move. And this morning we're obviously higher this morning. NASDAQ's actually in some key areas here. This 24 to 33 area on the NASDAQ is what I'm looking for as a first upside, if you will, area that we'll begin to look to start to short the NASDAQ. Obviously we're gapping up, so we've got a gap down below. Are we going to get any retracement back to settlement? Yesterday the 19 area was the IB high. I'm kind of focusing in on that as being the first target when we come back down from this on the NASDAQ. Doesn't necessarily mean we come all the way back down and get to a closing price, but I think a retest of the 19 is in store here for this morning. So the further we go, 28s to 33s is we're going to want to be short up in this area, and then look for the rollback. It is Friday. We've got like 2 more days left in the month. We are actually inside of value for the month, believe it or not, because the whole shift here, you can see 2366 is in the low, got shifted down to 2301. So we're inside of the value area. We've got this big volume node off to the right-hand side here for the month. So with only a couple days left of the month, we'll see what they're going to do. Maybe we get a retracement all the way back, maybe a 50%. Like I said, this would be a big node for it anyways, 2355s back to the top side that you'd really be a stumbling block or a roadblock, if you will, for the markets. You could look to even responsibly sell that number. All right, that's the NASDAQ. S&P, let's take a look at that. Here's the S&P, and again, nice bottoming tail yesterday in this market. This one, when we start getting back to that 15-16 area, that's the monthly point of control. That's going to be a big one to overcome. This top side this morning, if we were to get a run up to that area, is where I would be looking to sell the S&P. We were looking for 12s to 13s yesterday, and we're actually here pre-market. We said we would see high teens in the overnight session, and here we are. So the question is can we push any further? The market isn't selling off on the GDP number, and it actually missed the estimates. So, which is kind of strange. Which I'm thinking we're going to get a little bit more push up here before we actually see any pushback down. So keep that in mind here. You might be thinking, we should be rolling down. Well, we're not rolling down. We're actually holding up fairly well here. So that 15-16 number. On the top side, if we get there, 1650, we'll look to responsibly sell that area. And the value area has made a shift also for the month, which is 2350s now, back down to 1293. So maybe some structure building in place here. We almost got the gap fill. I thought for sure we were going to get this one on the S&P, and no cigar yet. Might be that we bounce from here, 15s, and then head back down. The NASDAQ clearly is a lot more relative strength than the S&P at this point, because it had already came down and filled this gap. It worked its way into that big wide range candle from the Egyptian situation that was back at the end of January. So this market here, again, got a little bit more the Nasdaq's a little bit more relative strength, only from the perspective it came down further and bounced much stronger yesterday than this market did. Yesterday we were shorting the bonds because we were back at the top of the value area high. 121.27 was our short entry, and we got down to the 8s to cover that position yesterday, and I'm still looking at this as getting some retracement. We're still looking at it at 120.26 to come back into that area. To come back and fill that settlement area from a couple days ago. You can see we've got some volume. We're actually outside of value for the month. So if the market seems like they're going to run back up, then this maybe will give us a pullback. The first one is obviously 120.26 area. We were looking for that yesterday. Didn't get it. Thought for sure the way the markets took off we might see that. We got the 8s, which was the IB low from yesterday, and that was about it. But it was still a good trade from 27s to 08s on the bond. So bonds back at the unfair high territory. You almost have to think, short. If it pauses and goes sideways, then we'll probably continue on. I almost think that they might want to try to continue on here and we get another leg down in the market, only from the perspective that we broke down below the balance area on the daily chart, came back inside of the value area, and usually we'll come out the other side of it. So I still think we might actually see new highs here before it's all said and done in the bond market. All right, I think that's it. Keep your powder dry. It is Friday. We had a great week, and if you haven't visited our room yet, be sure that you go to our homepage, www.beyondprofile.com, and sign up for a free 5-day trial into our trading room. Otherwise, have a great day. We'll see you in the room.